Hi, Leather Rokk here. That was Tabby Boy. Welcome to my channel. Today is going to be a story time. I'm going to tell you about my encounter in Washington, D.C. with the Secret Service. So, the story starts in the park across from the White House, which is Lafayette Square. And I was hanging out with my friend who I was staying with, who staffed the Peace Vigil that day. He staffs it like once a week, and that's the tent that usually has like a hippie looking person. Well, maybe they're not all hippies, but people, in the signs. I showed you this in earlier videos. And there's the White House is across the street, and you can see there's a fence that's like all 8-10 feet tall maybe. And now there's a barricade that's around the perimeter of the fence. And on most afternoons, most mornings, you have busloads of kids, class trips. They take their pictures in front of there. There's all kinds of people there all the time. And after a while, I went up to the actual barricade, and this is the notebook that I had been writing in. And I was writing in it, not thinking anything of it, writing and observing. And this notebook has all kinds of stuff. It could have songs in it. It could have business notes. It could have journals of like what happens. It can function as a diary. And especially if I'm in some place fun like Washington, D.C., you can imagine I'm going to be writing in it every day. And that's what I was doing. And I didn't really think that I was doing anything wrong or suspicious or anything. And all of a sudden, some gentleman comes up to me, and he's like really dark and really tall. He was like 7 feet tall. He says, "What are you doing here?" And I explained to him that I'm just writing or something. He was obviously Secret Service and everything. Next thing you know, he ran my ID. I was searched. They searched my luggage. I don't know how I could possibly have looked suspicious. Long story short, I left there because I had to go to Greyhound because that was the day that I was supposed to get on a bus to go back to Jersey. But I ended up getting lost on the way. I got lost so many times when I was in Washington. It was crazy. By the time I got to the Greyhound terminal, I missed the bus by like a half hour. And Greyhound does not, when you miss a bus, whether it's Secret Service detaining you or whatever, they don't give you a ticket to go on the next bus. And the next bus didn't happen until the following day, because that was the last departure. There's very limited departures. So I had no choice but to buy a one-way ticket that departed the next morning to go back. So that's how I got yet an extra day. That's how I got a whole week in Washington, D.C. So, and I mean, I had plenty of maps, all right. And no, I wasn't stoned when this happened. But yeah, I got detained by the Secret Service. I mean, well, I wasn't detained. Yeah, I was, but I still don't know how writing in a journal near the White House is a suspicious thing. But hey, I like that they're vigilant. I like the fact that they're making sure that nobody's up to no good. So, and I was told later on that because I was kind of a new face in the park, maybe that was their checking me out to make sure that I was cool. So now I guess Secret Service knows that I'm cool. Not only do I wear the shirts, but I'm sincere and I'm not up to no good. So yeah, that was one of my adventures in Washington, D.C. And in future videos, I'm sure I will come up with more. If you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you like me and my content, I'd love to have you subscribe. When you do, hit the bell notification. You won't miss anything. Till then, talk to you soon. Bye.